Hi there everyone, happy Wednesday. Today I have this really sweet book called Once There Was a Tree by Natalie Romanova and pictures by Gennady Spirin. It's a sweet story. Beautiful illustrations. Okay, once there was a tree. I mean, if you look at it, you need to look really closely because all these little very detailed illustrations. Once there was a tree. Once there was a tree. It had grown for many years, and now it was growing old. Dark clouds swept across the sky, rain fell, thunder roared, and a lightning bolt split the tree into two. See how it's split right there? A woodsman came upon the broken tree and sawed it down so that only the stump remained. Soon, a bark beetle with long feelers settled in. The beetle loved the stump and laid her eggs under its bark. There's the beetle, made its home, and the woodsman took the wood. The eggs hatched and tiny maggots emerged. Maggots are the baby beetle. All summer long they gnawed tunnels in the bark. Winter came and they slept. When they awoke in the spring with long feelers of their own, it was time to fly away. The little babies made their home in the stump. Flying away. But the tree stump was not deserted for long. With all the entrances and exits the maggots had made, here was the perfect place for ants to live. One ant brought a leaf, another a twig, and another a grain of sand. They cleared out the tunnels and made the stump their home. A bear approached the tree stump, sniffed at it, and sharpened her claws on the bark. The stump was hers, like everything else around. Even the ants in the stump were hers, and no other bear would dare disturb them. Because bears are very territorial. A titmouse flew down and landed on the stump. She spotted an ant dragging a caterpillar and pecked at it. Now the caterpillar was hers. The ants were hers too, and so was the tree stump. No other birds would come near. Birds can be territorial too. Look at that bird. It's pretty amazing that this stump has become a home to many animals already. One rainy day, a frog found shelter in a hole in the tree stump. Time and weather had dug these holes, which would protect others who also passed by. Now it's creating shelter for the frog. The warm sun dried the tree stump, and soon a new occupant had moved in, an earwig. Liking nothing better than the shade, he crept under the bark to sleep. There he is. A man was walking in the woods and saw the tree stump. He sat down on it to rest, and now the tree stump was his. The man thought he owned the forest and the earth, so why not the tree stump? But who really owns the tree stump? The bark beetle that gnaws tunnels in it? The ants that travel through the tunnels? The earwig that sleeps under the bark? Or the bear that uses it to sharpen her claws? Does it belong to the titmouse that flies down upon it? The frog that finds shelter in one of its holes? Or the man who believes he owns the forest? Maybe the tree stump belongs to all. The beetle, the ants, the bear, and the titmouse, the frog, the earwig, and even the man. All must live together. Meanwhile, the tree stump gets older and older. The sun warms it, the rain cools it. Soon it begins to rot. Night comes, and the forest is cast in moonlight. What remains of the tree stump glows in the dark. Now the tree stump is gone. A new tree has grown in its place. A titmouse is perched in its branches in her tree. It is her tree. An ant crawls up high on her tree. A bear lumbers by and sharpens his claws on the bark. A man lies down to rest in its shade. The tree belongs to all because it grows from the earth that is home for all. It's a little man resting. I just love that. I just love that story. So sweet. Once there was a tree. I wonder if maybe today you guys can go on a little walk, little hike. Maybe you can find a tree that looks like it is, maybe it's really old and it's dying. Or maybe you find a tree stump that's been there for a while and you can look really closely. Sometimes you can count the rings where it's been cut. You can count the rings to see how old the tree was. What else? You can look really closely in the bark. Maybe you can see some insects, or maybe you can tell what kind of animals had been visiting it by the different configurations on the bark. Maybe you can sit on it and rest your body from your hike. I think the point is that we just need to appreciate the earth every day, everything around us. We might think we own our property, but really the land belongs to everyone because the earth belongs to all of us. So we all need to work together to keep it healthy for all of us to enjoy. Because everything that happens on my property affects you and your property. It's all connected. Just as the tree, the stump, belong to all of the animals and the man and everyone. Anyway, that's enough. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the beautiful weather. And I have 2 more read alouds to do tomorrow and Friday, because we're going to get back to school on next week. So if you guys communicate to me and want some more stories, then if I get enough people interested, I might continue them. So let me know if you're interested, and I'll see how it goes. I'm gonna be busy starting on Monday, so I don't know if I'll have time, but I'll see what I can do. Maybe a weekly story. All right, bye you guys.